What's up? What's up, everybody?
What's up?
We are the Epic Entertainment Critics. I am Antoine.
I am still James.
And we got a nice little podcast planned for y'all today. We got more review, we got a spoiler discussion, and we got a couple of trailers we're gonna get on. Everybody know that Star Wars just dropped, so we're gonna have to jump on that. And Justice League, the fourth and final trailer.
Better be.
If they promise. All right, so let's jump in this review, man. The review we doing is Blade Runner 2049. Now, this is the sequel to the 1982 movie Blade Runner, starring Harrison Ford and a few other people. So, you a big fan of the original Blade Runner?
Fan.
Yeah.
One of my favorite movies growing up.
I was too. I had to watch it a couple times before I really kind of felt like I got it. Yeah. And you still don't know the ending. Like, you don't know, is Deckard really a replicant or is he human? They kind of left it. I kind of like that ending.
Yeah.
You know, I don't like getting all the answers. Like, leave that shit like a mystery.
Well, because like if they give you all the answers, you leave the movie and it's done.
Yeah, true.
You know? This one kind of walks out with you a little bit.
Yeah. But see, I seen, all the different versions too. Right. Like the first one I rented, it was like I think it was just the theater cut, and I think it didn't have the voiceover, but they brought another cut that had the voiceover, and then another cut was a director's cut. You know what I'm saying? So they just like had all these different cuts that kind of give you different, because the one didn't have the dream sequence in there with the unicorns and shit, and then one did. So I don't know. I think he supposed to be a replicant though.
Yeah, that's what I always figured.
Yeah.
I mean, kind of a piss poor replicant, but
Yeah, and I checked out the book. Now this is the original book, "Do Androids Dream of Electric Sheep?" I know people thinking, what the fuck that mean? It's a Philip K. Dick book, and he make weird kind of books like that. I mean, he make weird titles for his books. He's a science fiction novel back in the 60s and 70s, I guess. And in this book, Deckard was really human, but they kind of left it ambiguous at the end. Is he really? They kind of like left it, hey, take it as you want. Because I had end up just listening to the audio book recently, and they was saying at the end, he was like, he didn't know he's a replicant. He said, if I'm a replicant, I don't know, but if you come in he was like, if you come in to take me out, if I'm a replicant, just make sure you don't miss. And that was like like the last thing he said.
Now, see, that's a solid way to end the story, though.
Right. So he didn't know, but he knew he could have been. So he's like, fuck it, whatever, I don't care.
Right.
So they went on ahead and make the sequel. This is 30 years later, and that's kind of like in real time because the original movie took place in 2019, right? Right. So that's damn near here. Yeah. But we ain't got no flying cars yet.
Nah, we ain't got none of that shit.
And so 2049, 20-year difference. Now they did have these little shorts in between. Those was the
one was called Blackout.
Right. And that kind of put some on this plot. And you don't have to see that, but I recommend seeing those. And that kind of shows you what's going on with the replicants or whatever, why they don't have them no more.
Right. And just generally all the things that have changed in this world in the interim, because there's a lot. I mean, 30 years is a long damn time. If, you got to assume something's changed, and the shorts will actually help fill in some of the blanks. They're not necessarily necessary, but they do help.
So let me explain what this whole thing is. All right. So Blade Runner 2049, this is in the future, and in the future they make people called replicants. They are robots. They pretty much androids, but they look just like human. And the thing is, it got to the point where they started to become sentient, and the androids wanted to be basically, people. They wanted to have their own life. They wanted to be alive. They didn't, so they started to like rebel, and then that caused them to stop making replicants because something happened. That was that short was the 2022, or whatever. The Blackout 20 in 2022, replicants had attacked humans or whatever. So they was like, no more replicants. We done with this shit. Forget that. No, it ain't working.
Yeah.
But see, what I found out, they had brought replicants back because they needed work done, and
it never fails.
Yeah,
man.
And you see in another short, Jared Leto character, what's his name?
Some weird name, but
Oh wait, it's Wallace.
It's something Wallace.
Yeah, I forget. But anyway, he bring back the replicants, and that's where this movie come from. We got our main
Neander.
We got our main character, Ryan Gosling. His name is K. His job is to hunt down replicants that don't follow program or something.
Any replicants that go rogue, he's the one they call to go and get them.
But see, the thing is, these is the only replicants that was made before Wallace, right?
So like he's basically just like all the old models. Like I guess he's the one that goes out and retires them because like they decommissioned all of the what is it, Nexus 8s?
Yeah, I think so. That's as far as Tyrell Corporation got to. And his job is to take them out because all Wallace replicants can't disobey. That's like something that he put in there. Like all they do is obey,
right,
or whatever. So they like the perfect slaves. So he say or whatever. Yeah. And okay, your main character is Ryan Gosling. His job is to track these replicants down and retire them, and that brings the story. So okay, I'm trying to think. How can I say this without spoiling? See, this is where I'm coming into the problem, because the story is okay.
Well, because like that's the thing. Like the first bit of him we get to see, someone tells on him.
Yeah.
Like.
So I mean, okay, then let's talk about the characters. So he run into a replicant that's Bautista.
Yeah, Sapper Morton.
That's his name.
Sapper Morton. I don't know where they come up with some of these names, man.
Okay, he's a replicant, in which they show in one of the shorts that he got turned in by somebody, and it was K's job to go ahead, retire him, and bring him in or whatever. And I like at the beginning of this movie, they showed that K wasn't a punk, or he could fight, or he was strong, because if he took up where his predecessor left off, he'd be getting his ass whooped right now.
I mean, like, would have thrown him through 15 city blocks.
Yeah, because Rick Deckard, he used to retire the replicants, but he used to get his ass whooped first. Like, every time he ran into one, they beat the shit out of him, and he get the drop on them or whatever. But in this one, as soon as they came out, he tried to get a drop on them, and then he whooped that dude's ass.
Yeah. I never thought I'd see Ryan Gosling whoop Bautista. But I'm still wondering if this wasn't a little bit of wish fulfillment on his part.
So that was clear to me there was something different about K though.
Right.
And I ain't gonna say what. I'm gonna leave that. I'm gonna leave that to the spoilers. All right. So and then we meet some of the characters, man. So K got a little. He got a little girlfriend that's like an AI system.
Yeah.
And
Joy. Which is a Wallace Corp product.
Okay, yeah. She basically just like a hologram.
Yeah.
She just like and I guess he fell in love with her or something. Like, and I think that's something they trying to say, can the person fall in love with a robot or something?
Yeah.
That's like they asked a lot of questions on that shit.
Yeah.
Cause but the thing is, when you watch it later, they was making it seem like she was just a program. She programmed to say whatever you want to hear.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, what was her feelings genuine? The thing is, I think they was asking, can she be sanctioned? Like, can she actually be, be alive like they was, know? Or was it just a program? Or was it just, you want to hear I love you right now, so she gonna say I love you right now. You know what I'm saying? Shit like that.
Yeah. I'm trying not to think on all that because it gives me headaches. That, and especially in this setting, like where they play up like all these different memes about what it means to be human. Mm-hmm. And if you think about any of the questions these movies bring up too long, it's going to give you an aneurysm.
Yeah. So, okay, we talk about some more characters. What's the captain name?
Lieutenant Joshi.
Okay, yeah. Now she she probably had the most personality in this whole movie.
Yeah.
Because I mean, like, she had a job to do, and when shit wasn't going right, she kind of let her emotions out, and everybody else kind of didn't.
Like, I'm not gonna lie, I was sure she and Kay had a thing going on.
I thought so too, but see, now I can't talk about that without spoiling that because I can't really talk about. Yeah. So we're gonna save all that for the spoilers.
So we got Jared Leto playing, I guess, our villain here.
Yeah, Wallace.
Yeah.
Now let me ask you this: what you think about his performance? Like, was it too much? Was it too little? Was it too different?
I think it was, in a weird way, both too little and too much, because
that's what a lot of people said.
He overacted a lot, which is kind of his thing.
But he
underacted so much. Like, that, his character has no character.
That's what I'm saying, and that's what killed me. Is like, I'm cool with that if they give him a reason to be talking like that, because he talked like, I just want to say that I feel this way. And I'm like, why are you talking like that, man?
He kind of reminded me of like the way Agent Smith was at the beginning of The Matrix. Like, just there's something that doesn't quite click there. Only
maybe,
but like then when you bring in his overacting with that, he just seems completely whacked out. Like, I just want to know how you feel.
No, he was pausing a lot more. It's like he just talk and pause, talk and pause. He'd be like, man, what you on, man? Go on with that shit. I don't know. It was like I would like that performance if they gave me a reason why.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? If
like, because I know like he's supposed to have some kind of condition.
Yeah,
but they don't really go into.
That's true.
They don't really go into like any deep specifics about what his condition is. The only thing we know for sure is that he's blind.
Right. And I know maybe he's blind because of his condition, or is he just blind?
Right. You know, like, it wouldn't surprise me if he blinded himself just to give himself an excuse to have the little cameras floating around that he uses to see.
Right. He can use that to see, right?
Right.
Yeah. All right. Let's talk about his little
creepy.
He got Wallace got a little henchman.
Yeah.
So he sent out his henchman, and she like the Terminator bitch.
Right.
She's something else.
She's aggro as all hell, man. For no reason. Love.
That was her name. Why they call her Love, I don't know. Because she's all about rage and wrath.
Yeah, like, even when she's being polite, it's like, she's probably thinking about killing you.
Yeah.
Like, she was just pissed at everyone.
Okay, yeah. That's what bring me, that's my problem with what some of these, you make these replicants, right? They supposed to obey, but they can fucking lie. That's not obeying, right? That, you know what, that might be a spoiler, because something she did that made me say, wait a minute, you breaking your law or whatever you doing. It ain't iRobot. It ain't the no humans can't harm a human, because she fucks people up.
Because clearly replicants don't have to follow Asimov's 3 laws. But I think part of it was like, to me, I was thinking like, oh no, if they're doing what he told them to do, they can do whatever.
But she specifically said, I'm going to tell him something else so I can do what the fuck I want to do.
Like, I feel like doing this, so I'm going to just lie.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Down a different way.
And I'm like, dude, you made a real faulty product. Because they not obeying. They fucking doing what the fuck they want to do.
My thing is, what I think it was, he started making replicants like that just so that he could keep making replicants.
I know.
And so, like, with Love and the ones he's making it in secret, he's trying to make them as human as possible because he intends for them to, I guess, take over from the human race, because the human race isn't viable.
Yeah, that it's too hard to talk about this shit without talking about spoilers, because all that shit, all that plot, that's direct spoilers on what's going on.
Like, let's just talk about the effects.
Okay. Well, hold on. I ain't done with the characters because we got Harrison Ford. What you think of
him? He shines best nowadays when he's playing a bitter old man. Like, I feel like he gets like actual joy out of being a bitter old man.
I'm saying he just looked like the old man where you come to get off my damn property. That's all.
I done told you, kids. You know, like, he clearly doesn't want anything to do with you or what you're talking about. You know, there's a spoiler that illustrates this that we can't talk about yet, but like clearly gives no fucks about what anyone else is saying.
Yeah, he just like he looked like a crazy old man. I mean, he's still Deckard. He cool, and he got a dog. That is something more kind of to the books though, because he always wanted a pet in the book. He had a sheep. That's why they call it Android's Dream of Electric Sheep.
Okay,
it was an electric sheep, which
everything's
is a fake.
clicking.
It was a fake sheep, and he was trying to buy a real one, which is real expensive in the future. Right. That was the whole thing why he was retiring replicants and shit. It's crazy. Anyway,
all for want of a sheep.
Well, it wasn't all just for that, but it's something he wanted to buy with the money he was making.
Right.
So it was a sheepdog, wasn't it?
It was. Yes, it was.
I knew it. I was like, yeah, they think they slick. So, what's any other characters?
There were there were a lot of unnamed characters in this one.
Yeah. I did see it was like some black characters when I was reading when I looked at all the people, but they didn't get no shine for real, except for your boy Morgan.
Yeah.
From Walking Dead. Doing the crazy black man, like, this bigger than you. I play my game and I play it well, or some shit he said.
Now, there's rules to this game, and I follow the rules, but I play the game, goddamn.
You can't shut me down. I'm like, what?
He's somebody's crazy. He's always playing somebody's crazy uncle that doesn't know when to quit shit.
I don't know, man. It's just he's one of them motherfuckers that be drinking too much and be like, oh shit, they going on that shit again. Like, just let them talk. Let them talk it out.
You wasn't in no war. Neither was you, man.
But yeah, he was cool.
Whenever I see him in some, I know there's gonna be some ham going on, but.
So all right, we can talk about the special effects, man. The special effects was like superb.
Yeah.
And I see why they got that budget. They got a budget 150. They probably should have took it down, but
yeah,
the effects was right on par with the original. And kind of going into the kind of look and feel the original had, like none of it feels out of place. It's not like some budget sci-fi films where you get to the special effects and that's where they blew all their budget and you're constantly asking why. But all the special effects feel like part of the world, Mm-hmm.
I am extremely curious as to how Atari is still around.
Atari?
Yeah.
When you see that, where you see that?
Their holographic logos.
For real?
Yeah.
Oh, maybe made a comeback.
They're talking about making another console in the next couple of years, actually, but that's besides the point.
I like how basically he got the same kind of, car the Deckard had, except he got a little upgrade on
the
it.
Spinner.
The little floating drone that come off the top. That's kind of dope. I'll tell you what part messed me up. When he went through the district, the little red light district or whatever, it seemed like people get they fucking bitches like with a see-through windows or some shit.
It's like a pane of frosted glass, and they just fucking all up on it.
I guess you can see what she got. I guess you can, because part of the replicants was pleasure models. So if somebody gonna make a perfect human, the first thing people gonna think is, we can get them work, but we also get them fucked too. So that's gonna be a big money maker.
If they ever do make replicants, that's the first thing they're gonna have.
Yeah, it's gonna be pleasure bots.
Yeah, and then a couple years after that, they're gonna have them working in factories, and then the robots are gonna take our jobs.
And then they're gonna rebel, and then it's gonna be a fucking
because we don't learn lessons.
Keep them as robots. Don't give them no fucking personality. Once you give them a personality, then you looking at some problems there. Every time every future movie they got an AI system, what happens?
It goes.
They take over the world. They try to take over the world or kill humanity, whattever.
But,
it's never a good idea to do that shit.
And most of the time, it's because you program them to do stuff to save humanity, and then they
realize, oh, you fucking the shit up. So I guess if I kill you, I can save the world.
Right.
No, that ain't working for me.
What has never worked out for humanity in any sci-fi picture? AI.
AI, yeah.
Like you controlling the weather sometimes works out. Going to other planets sometimes works out. I want that word to be taboo from now on. But robots, AI, it never works.
So on the whole, what you think about the movie?
I mean, I thought it was great. You know, like there may be some bias there because I really enjoyed the original, and this is one of the few perfect sequels that I've ever seen.
It do feel like it's the same universe. It's just years later.
Yeah.
And it's, you know what I'm saying? Like some sequels, like it don't even go together. But I don't know. Did you have a problem with the length? You know, like 2 hours 45 minutes. Did it drag anything at points?
There were a few points where it dragged a bit. Like a few places where I thought they were trying to milk it for something that wasn't there. Mm-hmm. There's specifically a part where Kay has an outburst.
Yeah,
and it did not feel organic at all. But
you didn't like that?
No, I stopped just short of face palming at that scene. Like his build up to his outburst was like a few seconds more.
Man, but that could have been a director fault because he had the camera lingering like he was expecting something, and when you got it, you be like, "Oh, that's whack." But I mean, if maybe they would have pulled out or something,
yeah.
And you would have just saw him reacting
like
without no audio. Yeah, maybe that would have helped.
Without audio, I think that would have worked a lot better. Like just draw the shot out,
Yeah.
Cut the audio. It's like you just know he's gone.
So what his reaction to that was like a spoiled kid that didn't get their favorite game or some shit.
Yeah. Like after watching that scene, like. Without going into what his outburst was in relation to, I could have easily surmised, okay, so he didn't get that Game Boy he wanted.
You know what? I liked it, man. To its core, it's a detective story.
Yeah.
And I love those film noir detective stories.
Oh,
yeah. And it followed that to a T, but it did kind of lag a little bit. Where I'm thinking like. The first hour could have been cut down to like at least like 30 minutes or something.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Where things didn't have to, but it was still good. I wasn't not interested. Actually, I actually didn't like I ain't gonna say I didn't like. I wasn't crazy about the way they wrapped it up.
Me neither.
So it was like the second half kind of went down for me. The first half I liked better.
The last half hour or so, a lot of it I could have done without.
Yeah,
like it wasn't bad. It's just that it does kind of slow. Like just when the movie picks up, it immediately slows back down, and I wasn't really with that.
Tell the truth, when they had when they kind of gave out what was going on, the twist and all that, I wasn't crazy about. Not the twist was good. But like when Harrison Ford first showed up, it kind of went down for me.
Yeah.
Not because of him. It's just because what was going on, I liked that better than what they turned it into.
Yeah. I mean, like if he had been more a part of what was happening before that, I think I would have liked that.
But he was a direct tie to it. But
right. But yeah. Because it was kind of like you could tell, like, okay, this is going to feed into how he's going to come into the story. But.
All right, so we're going to wrap this up and we're going to jump into the spoilers because all the shit I want to say is going to be spoilerish. Yeah. And I'm just talking straight into detail on what I didn't like and what I did like. So, man, ratings. You want to go first?
No.
You never go first.
No.
Hey, okay. I would like to give this an epic, man. And for those who don't know our rating system, we go from epic, dope, all right, whack to high garbage. And I would like to give this an epic, but it didn't quite make it there for me, man. It's kind of hard for me to say that because I'm a big fan of Blade Runner, but it was just I didn't leave that. I gotta leave the theater with that feeling.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying. Yeah. If I don't get that feeling, then it was good, but it wasn't there, and I didn't get that. I got got a feeling, but I didn't get the epic feeling.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna go ahead and just give it. I'm gonna give it a dope because it was dope. Because things were real good, they just didn't stick the landing.
You know, I left the theater like I was scratching my head, not because I was confused about what happened, but like I had no idea how I felt about it when I left. Like when I left Get Out, I left Get Out like, dude, I will never see a movie that good in that way ever again in my life.
Yeah, that was a straight epic.
You know, like the second I left my seat, I knew I was gonna give that one an epic. This one, I'm like, I don't. What did I just watch? You know, like
it might get better on second watching, or like you watch a couple times, it might get better. I don't know.
Because like that was the way I finally came into the first one, was like I had to watch it a couple of times just to figure out how I, you know, what my intake on the movie was. And this one I think is going to be the same way, but it just falls short of a truly epic rating. So I'm gonna have to give it a dope.
Yeah, so there you have it. It was dope. Not quite epic, but dope. That's only because I'm a fan. I'm telling you like this. When you go into this, don't go for what they sold. The studio sold you. The studio sold you a action movie, an action-packed movie that had a lot of chills and thrills. No, it's more like a slow pace.
It's a thinker.
It's a slow-paced detective film horror movie, which some people that's their thing, and some people it's not. So, and it's 2 hours and 40 minutes.
Yeah.
So if you say 2 hours and 40 minutes, and you say it's slow pace, you gotta have a little patience.
You're gonna want to clear out your day.
Yeah. All right. So that's it for our review on Blade Runner 2049. We're gonna go ahead and jump into spoilers. So.
Thank God.
All right.